All right, guys, welcome to the show. The stars, Ashton and Fedor. All right, good job, Ash. All right, Joe, lots of information, man.
A lot of stuff has gone down in the last couple of weeks.
Wow.
Last week we had a council meeting. It was a long 4-hour and something minute, just all
Very
kinds of
long.
stuff. There was the pop-up gate happened and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, all that stuff. But there were some good takeaways.
Yeah. Well, pop-up gate, that should be its own video, man, because there was so much going on.
There's a
You
lot
were part of it
There's a lot there, yeah.
towards
yeah.
the end, right?
Yeah,
So that has to be another video because we can talk a long time about that one. So with the city council, one of the biggest parts for me was once again them bringing up all the boards meeting.
Right.
For whatever reason. Well, they say, because there's a safety concern, but everybody needs to know we want more information. Mr. Robertson, we want more information.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, watch it on YouTube, go to a meeting, call representatives, set up an appointment with superintendent. It's not about you, man. And be respectful. You already been told no. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Solis, who's running for mayor, goes up there and says, hey, you've been asking for 4 years. Why can't he take a hint?
Right.
He's like a spoiled baby. He just keeps crying.
Right, when he doesn't get his way.
He's not getting his way. So, but they had a vote on that. And wait, let me back it up. Superintendent meets with city manager.
Yep.
And whenever they meet, if there's anything that needs to be told to the board, then it comes to the board.
Right.
But they do meet in that capacity. He might not like it, but that's his problem. As a matter of fact, they voted that night, 3-2, for him to stop crying about it.
Right.
Not going to happen.
Yeah. Again, they said no. The two organizations already meet. It's just the boards aren't meeting.
Yeah, and to be honest, why would the boards meet?
Well, they couldn't do anything because it wouldn't be a legal. It wouldn't be a
you'd
legal
have to have
meeting.
some kind of agenda.
It's
Who's
not
gonna do the agenda?
agendized. Whose meeting is it? It's just a waste of time. But go ahead.
No, I was just going to say. So the board's employee, which is the superintendent, talks to them when they need to talk. They do the day to day.
That's it.
So, the smoke screen or whatever he's doing, it's a total. It's a bunch of.
It's all for show, man.
Yeah,
it's optics.
yeah, and he's just wasting everybody's time. But he's running again, and he's got nothing. He hasn't really accomplished anything these 2 years.
Oh no, it's funny. I went back and watched the video he had when he ran for mayor the first time, and I was kind of cracking up because everything he had promised was going to happen hadn't happened.
Oh yeah, now it's going to happen. Now it's going to happen.
Yeah, you got to believe me this time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like
Politician.
It's kind of like Charlie Brown with that football. Man.
Dude.
Yeah, it says,
Come on, man.
This time you're going to kick the football.
No,
I mean, come
man,
on.
No, man. And then it gets even. So, talking about safety, and then if you really want to know, well, let's use Mrs. Guerra for an example.
Okay.
She has a child that goes to the high school. If she wants more information about the high school or high school safety, since you bring up safety, the high school has a school site council. All schools do.
Right.
That school site council is its actual safety committee too. So if she wants to know anything about that school and the safety, go to the council meetings.
So each school has its own site council.
Yep.
And anybody can go to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When they have their meetings,
Cool.
you can go to it. What else was safety? The SRO vote. Johnny Trio brought it up. He said it's not lip service. It's been 3-2.
3-2.
Mr. Robertson and Mrs.
Guerra
Guerra
said negative.
did not vote for it. Now he'll try. I heard him say something about, my vote was because of money. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why you did it. When you had to vote for it, you didn't vote for it.
Well, he has a record to vote against safety. He didn't vote for the SRO. He didn't vote for the police station. Which doesn't surprise me now when the POA this time, the Police Officers Association, doesn't endorse him.
So that's basically that's the police union.
Right.
It didn't endorse the mayor, and they did endorse him 2 years ago.
Right. They didn't this time.
And they didn't this time. That's a big deal. How many people know that?
Well,
The mayor is not
watching now.
Yeah. So who did they endorse?
They endorsed Johnny Trujillo.
So Mr. Trio has been endorsed by the police union and not the mayor.
Right.
And then the same thing with the firefighters association.
Yeah.
They endorsed him last time.
And not this time. They've endorsed Franco and Quintana.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the two big employee unions for the city did not endorse the mayor.
Bottom line is this: Scott's been yapping and hasn't done anything. Trujillo's been kind of quiet and he hasn't been talking about it. He's been being about it.
So that's why they're supporting him. Probably our guess.
That would be my guess. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
my guess, my opinion.
he's making it happen. So
Yeah, they're doing things. If you watch the meetings, there's things going on.
now, what else you got on your list?
Oh, okay. So, Mr. Trio. Oh, the meetings with the pastors.
Oh, all the
With Mr. Quintana and Pastor
video?
Marty.
okay.
So what had happened is Pastor Marty and Quintana they had a meeting, a podcast,
Right.
and they talked about why Mr. Quintana was going to run, but they brought up what they felt like, or Pastor Marty was talking about, like the sixth member of the council,
Yeah.
which is basically what he was referring to was the mayor's wife.
Right.
And he tells you to go at a certain point of the meeting, like around 4 hours, 10 minutes.
Right.
The mayor's wife goes out there at the end of the meeting. She usually does. She usually goes out there and makes comments. And she talks about, hey, when we decided to run, not I, but we.
Yeah.
So Pastor Marty said, hey, I have a problem with that. Hey, you're
Yeah.
not running. You're not the one that was on the ballot.
Right,
Is
right.
basically my interpretation of it.
Yeah. No,
So, and she does act like that.
well, and he talks about too the atmosphere in there inside the council meetings,
Yeah.
and the jeers you get, and the peanut gallery always
Always in the back.
yeah, flapping back there, and it's totally different in person versus YouTube.
Oh yeah. And then I was telling you before how when I walk, I'll see the mayor's wife sometimes. She'll be driving. She'll go real slow, almost. I mean, real slow, to stare at me, man. And she goes like this. She just mad dogs me, man. Just looks at
Dog,
me.
you getting dog.
Yeah, like, I don't do nothing. I mean, I don't even know why she does
Hey,
that.
I don't know. I've caught her little crooked finger in my
She's
chest
poking you in
too.
the chest.
Yeah,
I remember
she's-
you told me, and I was like, call the cops on her, man.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, but still.
I would
it
have
was-
called the cops on her, man. You don't touch nobody.
Well, but I was naive back then.
Oh, I'd do it now for fun, man, if she did it.
So,
Oh, man. The flyer, man. Let me see that flyer, Ashton. So here's another thing. This was a big thing. I got this flyer in the mail, right, Ashton? This is the one that came in the mail. This is the flyer of Mr. Robertson. And on the front, it talks about, it says experience, honest, and transparent. Well, right away, when I see honest and transparent, I think about the Gray contract.
yeah, Ken Gray, yeah, city manager.
There was
the
a
one that we were
contract
not able to get.
for a very long time.
Very long time.
So yeah, it's a contract. So if you turn it around, so he's already lost me on that one, because I
Right.
know about some stuff.
Right.
That thing. So I turn it around, and then what you see in the bottom is Mrs. Guerra and Jose Moreno.
Right.
This is his flyer. It looks like.
Why are they
So
on the
yeah,
back?
he's campaigning for two of them.
Yeah.
I mean, before 7 years ago, this is a no-no. It's okay now, I guess, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna do it. I would do it too, man. But in the bottom, there's a statement here. It says, "Vote for the candidates with a shared vision to move Selma forward." Shared vision. Whose vision? Well, if you look at the front, the big guy right here.
Well, or
That's the way I would take it.
Or we got the 460s, and all three of those,
This guy and these two.
all three of those contestants there, they received money from a developer that wants to come into town.
Yeah, this guy got $3,000 at that time.
At that time,
$3,000, 1,500.
Yep.
And this guy Moreno says pretty much the same things these guys say.
Right.
And then I've heard, and I don't know if it's true, but I heard he tries to distance himself.
Well, that's not very far. I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
other side of the page.
Right. Yeah, no. I do everything by myself. No, you don't, bro.
Well,
you've been seen walking with the dude.
Yeah, so that's why you get Sarah Scott in that family tree part, and then Jose's kind of this
Off to
sucker
the side.
off the same tree,
Yeah,
but
he's
down there
one
on
of
the
them
bottom. Yeah.
off to the side. So I don't know. To me, this looks really bad. The mayor's looks like the mayor's flyer, front page, real big, and here you go, Moreno, Guerra, and that would be the majority if that happened. This is
And-
really sad. They're actually throwing it in everybody's face. Hey, look, man, I'm running, and get these two guys on with me, and we have total control. We're the majority.
I got one too. I thank you. I guess it didn't go to somebody else.
Yeah. If for no other reason, even if I thought I was on the fence with Moreno, because he's actually my voting area.
Right.
If I was on the fence and this came to my house and I saw it and I wasn't into it like I am.
Right.
I said, hey, Mr. Robertson, and I look down here. This is a turnoff to me. Wait a minute, bro. You got your sister-in-law there, and then you got this dude. I'm not gonna vote for that dude. You're basically telling me he's sharing the same vision as you. What if I don't like what you're doing? No, man. So anyway, this fire was a big deal to me, you know. And then, so that was pretty much the safety. You know, we got Mr. Trio's backing is backed by the police union, which you haven't really heard too much.
Right.
You know, that flyer was pretty damaging. The pastors talking about the way some people are treated when they go to these council meetings, and shame on those people.
Oh,
For
yeah.
pastors, these are good guys that are well established in the community,
Right.
in their churches, and they are basically saying we don't like what's going on in our city council.
Like I said earlier, I think for them to have to get involved, and I'm sure they have many other things they'd much
Oh, they
rather
don't.
be
Yeah, they
doing.
don't really want to. I wouldn't think.
It speaks volumes.
Yeah, so they're basically saying we've had enough.
Yep.
We're men of God. We ain't gonna fear it.
Right.
We're gonna stand up to it. So now it's up to the people to see it.
Right.
You know, who sees it? I mean, I know there's a lot of ignorance, right?
And it's okay to be ignorant. That
Yeah.
simply means you don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah. It's not okay to be stupid.
Yeah, it's not okay to let
Whole
this stuff
different
slide.
thing.
Yeah, and you're 100% right, man. Ashton, you got any last words? Huh? School
Yeah.
okay? You like school? All right, man. Hanging out with the big guys today? Me and Joel? Yes? All right, cool.
Bedtime.
Yeah, man. Anything else you want to add, man?
I do. I have an envelope here.
Yeah, the envelopes.
And what we did is we thought this would be kind of fun. Is we put our predictions. We put our predictions of who we think is going to win.
Yep.
So we're going to wait. We're going to hand these to Ash.
Ashton's got mine.
There you
Take
go.
Joe's, Ash.
There you go, bud. And we're going to open those up after the election and find out who wins. I
Yeah,
don't know what
who-
we win, but
Or who picked, or yeah, I mean, whose picks were, or who were more spot on with the picks.
we'll see, man.
Yeah, you never know, man. I mean, anything can happen.
Politics, baby.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, I always think back to Mr. Avalos. Like, dude, when he won, he won a couple times. I'm like, what, dude?
Well-
So anything can happen, man.
Don't count it. Don't count them out, man.
Can't count anybody out. Anything can happen, and it is what it is, man. I mean, shoot. All right, guys. Well, please subscribe, share. Please talk
Share it.
about the information we're giving out, man. We give out some pretty decent information, man. People need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And man, maybe we'll see you guys one more time before Halloween. Maybe we'll see.
We'll see what happens. Might not see you at all.
All right, guys. Thanks
Bye,
for
Selma.
watching. All right, good job, Ash.